Hello, everybody. My name is Soy Milk, and this is episode 3 of Building Tips and Tricks. Today, we're going to be going over some building tips and tricks on furniture. So, let's get into it. I'll grab some materials and then cut back. So, we're going to start off here with some chairs. So, basically, a lot of people, they just put, they have their table here, their table, and maybe like this, or like this, or something like that. They just have a little table here, and usually when they have the table they just do a basic chair, but you can actually get in this chair, so it's not a very functional chair. You have to stand on top of it, which is not very fun. So instead of doing that, you could put a slab with a door and signs on either side of the slab. Oops. And then that makes a little chair that you can sit in. This is just a tip. Instead of doing this, you can always improve it with, if you want to do a chair as a stair, you can always put signs on it. So yeah, I think it's a good idea, but if you're doing a bench, you might not want to do the door trick, because that just looks a bit weird with that, because it's just good for chairs, because this looks a bit weird. But I think for a chair, it looks very, very good. And obviously you can do that with any wood color. You can do it with acacia, oak, jungle, birch, spruce, all the wood kinds. But I'm just doing it with dark oak. So yeah, that's a tip for chairs. Okay, we went over our tips for chairs, or that's just some tips. I'll come back to chairs later. So next, we're going to go over for benches. Now, benches have a lot of potential tips. Something I like to do, I've seen plenty of other people do it, but I also do this. If you watch my survival series, you can make a bench with a bed and some trapdoors and wool. Right now we're going to use cyan, but you can use any color. I just personally think cyan wool is the best kind of wool. You see, if this back here, if this is if there's a wall here, so if there's a wall above this, you can do this, and then if the other side isn't exposed to anything, then you can do this. And if you have I don't know, if you have a wall here, I'm just using stairs because that's what I have in my inventory. If you have a wall here, then it's a nice cozy bench, and it's also functional as a bed. And then for other stuff you can do for benches is, if you're just gonna do a simple bench, you can do hold on. If you're just gonna do a simple bench, you can do an upside down stair, and then trapdoors like that, and then it makes a nice little bench. And you can always put signs. You could always put it like this, because then you have a little bit of a backing for the trapdoors. And yeah, so this is another good bench design. So yeah, you could always change these out for stairs like this, like that, but you can leave it as slabs too. You can really do anything you want. You could also have it as trapdoors. Obviously it looks a bit off with these. You could use dark oak trapdoors. In fact, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so yeah, here we have some dark oak trapdoors as the bench, and that's a nice thin bench, as you can see. And you can always put I guess you can't put stuff under, but if you put trapdoors closed like this as the bench, and then destroy these bottom ones, that will look good. This type of bench will look good too, because you have and then you can put trapdoors on the back. But so yeah, that's a couple tips for benches. Now let's move on to eating tables. Okay, so you have this nice little chair here and the table, but you might want to put you might want to show that they're eating something. So you can put down an item frame and put a steak in it, for example, and then put a birch brush your palette on the side, because item frames you can see have that like little birch outline. So if you click on the very side of the hitbox of the block, then it will make it look like a plate. And well, I guess you have to put the steak in first and then do that. So then the steak shines through and it looks like you have steak on a nice little plate. But you know, you might want some water to like wash down the steak. So you can put a little cup, because this kind of looks like a cup, like that. It looks like a little mug or a beer glass or something. I think that's a pretty good eating table setup. And then yeah, you can have obviously any kind of food in it. You could have any food in it and it work with any food. Other foods might look better than others, because if you put like, I don't know, if you put stew in it, that might look a little bit off, because what you'd see is the side, you'd see the side of the stew like that, instead of like the inside of the stew. Like what you would actually be eating, you wouldn't see that. You'd just see the stew from like a side angle. But yeah, the stew isn't the best. I think steak or like any kind of meat is good. Any kind of fish, apple, cake isn't the best, because you can place cake, carrot, potato, any kind of food other than like the soups. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, I think steak looks the best, but you can do any kind of food. Steak is obviously kind of expensive, but yeah, you can do any kind of food. Next, we're going to be doing lamps. So something you could do for lamps, obviously I'm just going to use this table. So you can put down a dragon egg. Obviously, you might not want to use your dragon egg for this when you do get a dragon egg. You can put like trapdoors around a sea lantern or something like that. And then it looks like a pretty good lamp, but it doesn't look the greatest. But it looks pretty okay. You can also put like an end rod if you don't want to be able to see the lamp, if you just want to see, but then it looks a bit odd when you look at it from the bottom. So I'm not the greatest at lamps, but you know, you can use any lighting block. You can use glowstone, which might look good. You can use a torch, which I wouldn't recommend, but you could really use anything. So we're gonna do it with glowstone, but I think a dragon egg is a dragon egg is a good one. A dragon egg, it looks like a lampstand. And that looks, I think glowstone actually looks the best, but because it really does. Or you could do like an end rod as a lampstand, and then like a sea lantern. You want it to look like a futuristic lamp. And you don't even need to use a lighting block as the actual lamp. You could use a trapdoor like that, and the end rod is actually giving off the light. Or you could use, I don't know, you could use any block. You could use a dark oak log and just go like that, and then the end rod's actually the one giving off light, because if we destroy this, then it's still giving off plenty of light. So yeah, I think those are some pretty good lamp designs. So next we're going to do some bedroom designs. This is just all around stuff that you might find in your bedroom. So I'll cut back when I have some stuff. Okay, so something you might find if you're making like a bedroom, you might actually not want to use an actual bed. You might do like, you want to make a pillow up there, maybe like some texture for the bed. That doesn't, okay, maybe like a little bit of that. So then it looks like your sheets are all like ruffled up or whatever, you know. And then for, if you're actually gonna you might want to have like, I don't know, like a bookshelf, and then like a bed as like a little bench or something. And then like that. And then there's gonna be a wall here. And then yeah, and then there's there's actual functionality, and you could have like stuff in the floor, and yeah, you could have lanterns. You could make it, if you want to like make it super cozy and stuff, you could watch my tips and tricks video. This is just some more tips and tricks on bedrooms, like to build a fake bed, and then use an actual bed as a bench, which you can sleep in. You might wake up on the other side if there's not a wall here, but you know, it's okay. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. And yeah, you could obviously put some more stuff. You could put like barrels, maybe like a step up to the bed like that or something. Or maybe like carpet. I'm not sure. You could do anything. You could do like a stair up to the bed. You could really do anything. Or you could put like another bench here, which doesn't look the greatest, but you know, you could if you wanted. I would not recommend it, but you know, I think that is pretty good for the bedroom. So next we're going to do a kitchen. And yeah, I'll cut back when I have some resources. So something you might be able to do for a kitchen. Obviously, if this is a modern kitchen, you want to have like a little white counter or like a little white workstation with like the oven, you know, and the trap doors. Maybe you could have, I don't know, you could make it look like, I don't know, you might want to have like a red carpet or something, because then your trap doors will stay shut. But yeah, and you could have just like the whole floor be redstone blocks with like a little bit of a red carpet maybe, because you want your iron trapdoors to stay up. So yeah, and then you could have like, when you turn around, you could have like a little bit of a counter where you can like serve food over. So you can like serve your food, and you can have some barrels up here. Yeah. And maybe you can have, I guess we could do a refrigerator. I'll grab stuff from a refrigerator. So if you have like the refrigerator out here, you want to have a dispenser right here, a lever on the dispenser. Why is it not placing? What the heck? So if you have something in the dispenser, hold on, I said clear weather. So say you fill the dispenser out with food. Let's just do that. Let's just fill it up with redstone blocks for now. So then you click the lever and it dispenses you your food. And you flick the lever back to close the refrigerator and you can get food. Like that. So yeah. Hopefully you found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed, and that's gonna do it for this video. Go check out my other building tips and tricks video. I'll link them in the description. So yeah, see ya.